IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu supporters celebrate Finnish court's 6-year sentence for Simon Ekpa. Supporters of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and their incarcerated leader, Nnamdi Kanu, have shown great joy in response to the Päijät-Häme District Court's ruling in Finland, which sentenced Simon Ekpa, the self-styled Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, to 6 years in prison for offenses related to terrorism. This decision, announced on September 1, 2025, has been celebrated by IPOB supporters as a major triumph, with accusations directed at Ekpa for blackmailing and compromising the Biafran movement through his reckless and violent activities. Simon Ekpa, a 40-year-old activist of Finnish-Nigerian descent, became a contentious figure within the Biafran freedom movement after he aligned himself with IPOB in 2021, asserting that he was a follower of Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in detention by Nigerian authorities since June 2021. Nevertheless, conflicts emerged as Ekpa's approach significantly deviated from the leadership of IPOB. In April 2023, Ekpa proclaimed himself the leader of the BRGIE, a breakaway faction, and commenced issuing calls for sit-at-home protests, lockdowns, and the establishment of armed groups such as the Biafra Defense Forces. These actions, which included alleged incitement to violence against both civilians and security forces in Nigeria's southeast, prompted IPOB to publicly renounce Ekpa, labeling him a double agent intent on undermining IPOB's genuine movement. The Päijät-Häme District Court's ruling has sparked widespread celebration among IPOB members and Kanu's supporters, who view Ekpa's conviction as a vindication of their long-standing accusations against him. Emma Powerful, the media and publicity secretary of IPOB, issued a statement calling the ruling a triumph of justice and a blow to imposters sabotaging our liberation struggle. Powerful reiterated that Ekpa's actions, including his calls for violence, were never sanctioned by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB's leadership, accusing him of being a paid agent of the Nigerian government tasked with sowing chaos in Biafra land. On X, supporters of Kanu and IPOB flooded timelines with celebratory posts. One user, a Biafra Rising, wrote, "Finland has done what Nigeria couldn't, putting Ekpa in his place. His fake Biafra agenda only brought suffering to our people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains our true leader." Another user, Igbo Voice for Freedom, posted, "Ekpa's reign of terror is over. This is a win for the true Biafran cause. Free Nnamdi Kanu." These sentiments reflect a broader narrative among supporters that Ekpa's activities provided a pretext for Nigerian security forces to intensify crackdowns on IPOB and innocent civilians in the southeast. Prominent pro-Biafra activists, such as human rights lawyer Ifeanyi Ejiofor, also welcomed the verdict. Ejiofor, who is the IPOB lawyer, stated on X, "Simon Ekpa's conviction confirms what we've said all along. He was a fraudster masquerading as a freedom fighter. His actions caused untold hardship to Ndigbo. Let this be a lesson to others, exploiting our struggle for personal gain." The conviction has been seen as a turning point for IPOB, which has struggled to maintain its legitimacy amid Ekpa's high-profile violent activities. Supporters hope the ruling will refocus attention on Kanu's detention and the broader Biafran cause championed by IPOB, which they argue has been overshadowed by Ekpa's violent rhetoric. Some, like Southeast-based activist Chika Nwosu, expressed relief that the verdict could reduce insecurity in the region, stating, "Ekpa's so-called sit-at-home orders only enriched criminals and scared investors. Now we can rebuild and rally for Kanu's release." However, not all reactions were unified. A small faction of Ekpa's supporters, led by figures like Ngozi Orabuezi, condemned the Finnish court's decision, calling it a conspiracy between Finland and Nigeria to suppress Biafran aspirations. Posts on X from accounts like Biafra Forever 2025 claimed, "Finland has betrayed Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister." This won't stop Biafra's rise. These voices, however, remain a minority compared to the dominant pro-IPOB sentiment celebrating the verdict. Family Writers Press International.